World Cup, played once every 4 years with international countries such as Brazil, Argentina, England, France, Spain, Germany, all competing for this one trophy. But I would like to know what would happen if the world's lowest ranked nations in the world also took part in their very own World Cup. Let's jump in and find out. Gentlemen, welcome back to Andy Day FM, where today's experiment we are going to be looking at a different kind of World Cup. This is the Minnows World Cup. 32 nations from the lowest side of the world rankings, and these are the nations that we are going to be having a look at today. In Group A, we have the British Virgin Islands, Samoa, San Marino, and Sri Lanka. In Group B, we have Bhutan, Djibouti, Dominica, and Mongolia. Group C consists of the Cayman Islands, Chad, Guam, and Pakistan. Group D consists of Cook Islands, Eritrea, Sao Tome and Principe, and the US Virgin Islands. Aruba, Bangladesh, and the World Cup favourites Gibraltar and Somalia are in Group E. Brunei, Liechtenstein, Tonga, and Turks and Caicos Islands are in Group F. Anguilla, East Timor, Laos, and the Seychelles are in Group G. And we round off the group stages with American Samoa, Bahamas, Macau, and Mauritius, who are in Group H. Now we know our group stages, let's find out how each nation got on in their groups, and let's see who won the Minnows World Cup. So in Group A, it was the British Virgin Islands who finished top of their group, winning 2, drawing 1, finishing with 7 points. Sri Lanka also qualifying for the knockout rounds with 4 points. San Marino actually playing 3 and drawing all 3 of their games, with Samoa finishing rock bottom with 1 point. They actually finished top of their group with maximum points, 3 wins out of 3, beating Dominica, Mongolia, and Bhutan. Mongolia was a 2-0 win, Bhutan 3-0, and Dominica 2-0. But Dominica did finish runners-up in the group with 6 points. Mongolia and Bhutan both finishing with 1 point. Pakistan also finished on maximum points in Group C, winning all 3 of their games, beating Guam 3-0, the Cayman Islands 2-1, and Chad 1-0. Chad actually finishing in second place as well on 6 points. The Cayman Islands finishing third on 3, and Guam lost all 3 of their games. In Group D, it was Sao Tome and Principe who finished on 9 points, finishing top of their group. Eritrea also finishing second and qualifying for the knockout rounds. Sao Tome and Principe actually beat Eritrea 3-0. They also beat the US Virgin Islands 2-0 and the Cook Islands 2-1. But looking at Group E, it seemed a little bit tighter, not for first place, but actually for second place. Though Somalia did finish the group top with 7 points, winning games against Aruba and Bangladesh and drawing against Gibraltar. Gibraltar finishing second on 4 points, only with Aruba and Bangladesh finishing on 3 points. So quite a close group, this one. Group F saw Brunei qualifying first place on 7 points, with Liechtenstein finishing in second on 6 points, Turks and Caicos Islands finishing third on 4 points, and Tonga finishing rock bottom with 0 points. Brunei actually won their 2 games against Tonga and Liechtenstein 3-0 and 2-0, with Liechtenstein picking up their 6 points, 1-0 against Turks and Caicos Islands, and a 2-0 win against Tonga. We though saw the Seychelles finish top, only on goal difference, and that was only courtesy of East Timor finishing in second place. The Seychelles actually picking up their 2 wins against Anguilla, who they beat 2-1, and Laos 3-0. with East Timor picking up their results as well against Laos and Anguilla. The draw coming up against both for Seychelles and East Timor against one another. Laos finishing in third place on 3 points there. Only win was up against Anguilla, with Anguilla finishing bottom of the group. Finally, Group H, it was Mauritius who were victorious in their group, winning all three of their games, winning against the Bahamas 2-1. American Samoa 3-0 and Macau 3-0 as well. The Bahamas finishing in second place with 6 points, Macau in third on 3 points, and American Samoa finishing rock bottom of this group with 0 points. Now we know who are going through to the next round, so let's have a look at those results. The round of 16 then saw Dominica, the first nation to progress through to the quarterfinals, winning 2-1 against the British Virgin Islands. All three of those goals coming in the first half, as Djibouti also made the quarterfinals, beating Sri Lanka 2-1. The winning goal coming from Abu Bakr in the 82nd minute. As for the third and fourth game, it was Pakistan who will be going through to the quarter-final stage, winning 2-0 against Eritrea, with Sao Tome and Principe losing 2-1 to Chad, with that winning goal coming in the 66th minute. For the fifth and sixth game, Somalia beat Liechtenstein 2-0 to progress through to the quarterfinals. Liechtenstein probably considered as one of the competition's favourite nations to win, but it was Gibraltar who do progress through to the quarterfinal stage, brushing Brunei aside, winning 3-0. 2 goals coming in the first half from Debar and Casqueiro, with Casqueiro also scoring in the second half. And as for the final 2 games in the round of 16, it was Seychelles who were knocked out at this round, losing to the Bahamas 2-0. A goal coming in the first minute and the 49th minute, as Mauritius also make the quarterfinal stage, moving past East Timor 2-0. Both of those goals coming in the first half. To the quarterfinals of the Minnows World Cup, and the standout tie here, by the looks of it, was between Djibouti and Chad. Chad scoring in the 6th minute against Djibouti before they responded on the 15th minute, taking them all the way into extra time, where it was advantage to Chad, scoring 4 goals in extra time. 3 of those goals coming in the first half of extra time before they sealed the win in the 118th minute. Dominica also joining Chad in the World Cup semi-finals, beating Pakistan 2-1, scoring 2 goals in the first 5 minutes before Pakistan responded with a goal of their own in the 35th minute. In the other 2 games, it was Somalia who were victorious against the Bahamas. A hat-trick from Ilyas, scoring all 3 goals in the 9th, 14th and 49th minute, with Mohammed also getting on the score sheet as well in the 13th minute. Gibraltar will be joining them as well, probably considered now as the World Cup favourites, actually going 1-0 down against Mauritius. Legrand scoring in the 14th minute, but Hernandez did get the equaliser in the 42nd minute before Gibraltar actually went 2-1 up at half-time, with a goal in the first minute of injury time coming from Lopez, and Ronan securing the quarter-final win against Mauritius in the 58th minute. What has happened in the semi-final? Well, for the first semi-final, it was Dominica and Somalia, and it was Somalia who came out victorious, putting themselves into the Minnows World Cup final with a resounding win. Let's have a quick look at the goals and let's see how Somalia actually got themselves into the World Cup final. It's a ball down the left-hand side from Najee. The cross comes in, defended well, but there's Abdullahi with an absolute screamer to put Somalia 1-0 up. As for the second goal, the ball was played down that left hand side. Here comes Najee, the ball's crossing, and there is Musa who puts Somalia 2-0 up and also into the World Cup final. Second semi-final World Cup tie between Chad and Gibraltar. It was Gibraltar who came out on top, 1-0 winners against Chad, but it wasn't until extra time in the 107th minute, actually with Chad having a goal disallowed. But as you can probably see from the stats, it was Gibraltar who were the more dominant side. In regards to the one and only goal that put Gibraltar into the World Cup semi-finals against Somalia, this is what happened with Coombs playing the ball down that right-hand side. Here's Tarila, and he slots it in past the stranded Chad goalkeeper with the one and only goal to give Gibraltar the win against Chad. So here we go then. It's the Minnows World Cup semi-final between Somalia and Gibraltar. Let's find out what happens in the final. And it was Gibraltar who have won their very first Minnows World Cup, beating Somalia 2-0. But even looking at the stats here, 19 shots for Somalia to Gibraltar's 13, both having 8 on target, but Gibraltar having the stronger XG. Stajc with 2 goals, both on 40 minutes and the first minute of first half injury time. How did those goals go in? Let's find out. Let's see how Gibraltar won their very first World Cup. It was a ball from Ronan. He skips past his marker. There's a cross, and Stajc headers it in to put Gibraltar in the lead. As for the second goal, here's Casciero. He plays it back, crosses in, the keeper fumbles it, and there is Stajc to say thank you very much. I will have that with a simple header to put us 2-0 up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your very first Minnows World Cup. If you have liked this video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I love doing this Minnows World Cup, and I'm very, very tempted to do a full international World Cup, and that is with every single nation in the world participating. If you want me to do that, guys, let me know in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. See you later.